Every Friday, like clockwork, she'd walk in.
The bell above the door would sing its little tune, and my world would stop for a second.
She'd slide onto the same stool, third from the end, the one with the slight wobble only a regular would know. I'd see her before she saw me, and for a moment, I could just watch. The way she'd shrug off her coat, the little sigh as she finally sat down, leaving the week behind her, I knew her order by heart. A classic old-fashioned. Not too sweet, with a single large ice cube that clinked just so against the glass. For everyone else, I was just a bartender, mixing drinks, wiping counters, but for her, I was an artist. Each step was a ritual. The twist of orange peel wasn't just for aroma. It was a flourish, a silent hello. The precise measure of bourbon, the careful stir, it was a conversation I was having with her, one she never heard. I placed the drink before her on a fresh coaster. "Here you go," I'd say, my voice steady, betraying none of the chaos in my chest.
She'd look up, a small, tired smile gracing her lips.
"Thanks, Leo," she'd say, and that was it. My name from her lips was the highlight of my week. She'd sip her drink, lose herself in her phone or a book, and I'd go back to being invisible, just the guy behind the bar. I learned her life in fragments. Snippets of phone calls, overheard chats with friends she'd occasionally meet. I learned about her stressful job in graphic design, her love for old movies, the way she hated cilantro. I knew her favorite song when it played on the bar's radio because I'd see her foot start tapping. These weren't secrets she was telling me, but clues I gathered, piecing together the puzzle of the woman who had unknowingly captured my heart. I'd imagine conversations we could have. I'd ask her about her day, and she'd really tell me. I'd make her laugh, a real, genuine laugh, not just the polite smile she gave me. In my head, I was witty, charming, more than just the hands that made her favorite drink. But every Friday, the words would get stuck in my throat, caught behind a wall of what-ifs. What if I misread everything? What if I was just part of the scenery, the comfortable backdrop to her Friday ritual? One night, she looked up, and our eyes met for longer than usual. "You make the best old-fashioned in the city, you know that?" She said. My heart did a backflip. I just ... I try to get it right, I managed to reply, my face probably turning a shade of red I couldn't hide. She smiled, a real smile this time. It reached her eyes. "You do," she said, before turning back to her book. That was the night I decided. That little moment, that tiny crack in the wall between bartender and customer, was all the encouragement I needed. For the next week, I practiced what I'd say. It felt foolish, rehearsing lines in the mirror, but the fear of saying nothing was worse. The next Friday came. The bell sang. She sat down. My hands were shaking as I reached for the bourbon. I made the drink, my hands on autopilot, my mind racing. I took a deep breath. "Listen," I started, my voice barely a whisper. "I know this is unprofessional and you just come here to unwind, but I was wondering, if you're not busy sometime, if you'd let me make you an old-fashioned on the other side of the bar." The silence stretched for an eternity. She looked at me, her expression unreadable. I braced for rejection, for the awkward laugh, for the end of my favorite part of the week. Then she closed her book. And that smile, the real one, the one I'd been waiting for, spread across her face. "Leo," she said, her voice warm, "I'd like that very much. I was wondering when you were going to ask. Sometimes you pour your heart into something, hoping the other person will notice. And sometimes if you're very, very lucky, you find out they've been tasting it all along." Thank you so much for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. It really helps us out. We'll see you in the next one.